It's one thing to have your head in a cloud, it's another using your head to manage one. Cloud-based computer systems make it easy to store and access sensitive data from multiple locations, but that same data can also be breached by unwanted users, which means there's a growing demand for people to keep these network platforms accessible and secure. A cloud architect is an information technology, or IT, professional who oversees cloud computing systems. To help us get with the program behind this fast-rising tech-based career, we talked to a cloud architect in Alberta.
My name is Steven, and I'm a cloud architect. Cloud architects essentially designs cloud-based solutions, which is information technology delivered over the internet. Essentially, we build a huge farm of computer servers, and businesses over the internet tap into that resource. A cloud architect is primarily responsible for the design of the actual infrastructure and the backbone to store all these data, these applications, but also to provide the monitoring as well as keeping sure the infrastructure is running. You could work for a cloud company like ourselves or businesses that are moving their IT services into the cloud. That transition is quite complex and requires people who have understanding both of the traditional IT and the new cloud infrastructure. So Fedor, how is everything here? Customers are expecting the services to be running at all times. So we do have teams that work at different shifts, and it can be on the weekend, it can be on your holiday, but that's part of the requirement of the job. So you wanted me to change the email signature. One of the most important responsibility is to actually talk to many of the stakeholders. So stakeholders are generally our customers and our partners, and understanding how their business operates, and then identify opportunities where cloud can actually help them either save more money, become more efficient, or simplify some of the complexity they're experiencing within their business. Is there any particular place that you want me to put it? We have to assume the people who are going to be using the services are not technically savvy, and they're more just interested in using the service, not necessarily understand how the service works in the back end. And so to be able to communicate in a language that people could very, very easily digest is a very important skill set to have. Okay, bye-bye. Being a cloud architect, you don't use a different set of IT tools, you just use it a little bit differently. You would use software that help you to map or diagram networks, large networks. You also have a lot of tools for troubleshooting, so monitoring tools that identify potential devices that are having problems.
I've laid down 3 parties.
Okay. Understanding the hardware, understanding how things are connected is very important. And technology is changing very rapidly, and so it's important for the cloud architect to be at least in tune of what's coming down the pipe. Something's changed?
We don't know. Maybe they upgraded their network.
In an ideal day, you would probably want to come in and kind of look at your monitoring tools to see, are there any systems that are down? Are there any things that are over capacity? If everything goes well, my next 2 hours typically, I start working with different teams. And then if there are any problems, I work with them. And then I also work with product development team. So these are mostly non-technical people, but they're responsible for more of the business side, so the marketing side, product pricing, product positioning. So a cloud architect needs to understand not only just the technology aspect, but also the business aspect to be able to develop solutions that you know businesses are actually benefiting from. Right, we ask them to remote in to actually check the firewall. It's equally important to have the soft skill, so communication, documentation, ability to work with teams, whether they're technical, whether they're non-technical, whether they're business. You have to be able to communicate what your thoughts are and be able to communicate at different levels. Beyond a cloud architect, some of the other positions would be, for example, chief information officers of an organization. Or if you're among a team of cloud architects, you could be the team architect that looks after multiple cloud deployments or cloud projects. For a cloud architect, I think the most important education would be a lot of the post-secondary or vocational school where they offer technology-based courses. And then from there, I think the next part is essentially some hands-on experience.
We'll probably start some of the work before the New Year. Most likely it's going to be after New Year.
What I would tell someone who's interested in going down this career path is have a passion for technology, be curious, and be always willing to learn.
Cloud architects work with their clients to match their cloud designs with their needs, ensuring these solutions work with their systems. If you've got good people skills and have a knack for IT work, you might soon have your head in the cloud. Check out more about this occupation, including educational requirements and salary ranges, in the occupational profile on the ALICE website. And learn about related occupations, like computer programmer and information systems consultant. Explore the possibilities. Go to alice.alberta.ca.